Look like Caitlin Clark might become the first WNBA millionaire.
Caitlin Clark may be about to do something that no WNBA player has ever done before. Earn $1 million. Yes, you read correctly, $1 million. The new CBA contract is being drafted, and Clark is supposedly the frontrunner to surpass that cap. This isn't just history, it's a complete overhaul of the league. Let's dissect it.
These players are set to get these new contracts based off everything that has transpired between the old CBA agreement and until now. Now, if you guys are new to the party, we know that the WNBA really wasn't that relevant not too long ago, bruh. There was the name of Caitlin Clark that came in and turned the whole...
Let's not mince words. Caitlin Clark is the WNBA right now. She is not one of many. She is the engine, the spotlight, the one driving the ratings, ticket sales, jersey orders, and yes, CBA negotiations. Now that it appears that all of that influence is going to translate into her receiving the $1 million salary she deserves, let's take a moment to recap how we got here before anyone starts crying over hype.
The Players Association has informed the league it will opt.
We're not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared.
Okay.
You know what I'm
got
saying?
It, got it. So that's a huge misconception.
That's a huge misconception.
Got it. Okay,
sure. Yeah, because every video is like, oh, this person gets paid this person gets paid that, right?
So I want to be really clear about that. Like, I don't think I should get paid the same as LeBron.
Right.
But the percentage of revenue, like, for example, they sell my jersey in Mandalay Bay, I don't get a dime.
You don't get any money from jersey sales?
That's crazy.
In the NBA, they have percentages of revenue shared for the players, right? So jersey sales, obviously their TV contracts, you see these every year, these contracts get bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah.
Massive.
The NBA players took a significant decision back in October when they refused to sign their existing collective bargaining agreement, which essentially sets forth all of the terms of their employment, including pay, benefits, working conditions, and travel. By doing so, they were making it obvious that they wanted more. Enter Caitlin Clark. Since joining the league less than a year ago, she has completely changed the business model, sold-out games, sky-high viewership, sponsorship deals, and media coverage that the WNBA hasn't seen in decades, if at all. Now, rumors are circulating that the new CBA may raise the maximum salary from $249,000 to $1 million, and everyone is talking about it. Let that sink in. Caitlin Clark's rookie contract was only $338,000. Spread over 4 years. That's barely more than the minimum wage for an NBA towel boy, and yet she's out here carrying the league on her back like a pro. This year, she's earning $78,000. According to reliable sources like Yahoo Sports and Team Insiders, Clark may be the first player in history to break the $1 million barrier once this new agreement drops. Just think about that for a moment. That's how incredible her impact has been. Before the well-informed crowd swarms in with spreadsheets and SK, let's get some background.
As of right now, WNBA players starting salaries are like $70-some thousand. I think the highest player max is like $200,000. No one is making $1 million over here, bruh. They ain't getting the money, dog. Simply because the money...
The WNBA has been financially shaky for years. They were running commercial flights, players were sharing hotel rooms, and most players were barely cracking six figures. That's why so many of them spent their off seasons overseas to actually make money, because the league sure wasn't providing enough. In fact, NBA investors have been bankrolling the WNBA from the jump, and they haven't seen profits in decades. Straight losses. They've just kept injecting cash into the league, hoping one day it pays off. That day might be now, because Caitlin Clark didn't just show up to play, she showed up with a spotlight so big it dragged the entire league into public consciousness. She brought in new fans, casual viewers, headlines, and most importantly, money. Suddenly, the WNBA has leverage at the bargaining table. They've got eyeballs, and with eyeballs come media deals, endorsements, and yep, $1 million salaries. So what's this new CBA actually proposing? Well, sources say top-tier players could see salaries jump from around $250,000 to $1 million. That's a 300% increase. But it's not just about salaries, it's about team salary caps going up, it's about players having financial security, and it's about finally giving the stars of the game contracts that reflect their actual value. Not only is Clark the most well-liked player in the league, but she is also by far the most valuable. Her games are packed, her jersey sales are skyrocketing, and every time she takes the court, it becomes a hot topic. Let's not act surprised that she is driving the money wave. No offense to the other players in the league, but this isn't even close. Yes, There are other talented players, and there are upcoming stars like Juju Watkins who will probably earn large salaries as well. But none of them have done what Clark is doing, which is to shift an entire business model. Let's face it, this should have happened sooner. It's almost criminal that Clark is still playing on a rookie salary while driving up the ratings of an entire league. She's doing what no deals promised college players. But now it's happening at the professional level, and the CBA needs to catch up quickly. You think fans are flocking to see the league? No, they're coming to see her. And it's not just hype. The ratings for Fever games are smashing previous records. The league wants to finally make up for her impact, which is measured, counted, and deposited. Of course, not everyone is happy, as the old-school crowd complains online that no one in the WNBA should be making $1 million until the league is profitable. She is receiving more national television games in her rookie season than some entire franchise has had in a decade. The irony, the only reason it may turn a profit is because of Clark. On top of that, some Angel Reese fans are already attempting to raise controversy by claiming that media prejudice is the reason why Clark is being given preference. The reality: the league needs to control its referees, because if Caitlin Clark is the star you're selling, you better protect the product. She can't keep getting hacked on drives while referees act like they forgot their whistles in the locker room. If the WNBA wants to keep those ratings and those checks, they better clean that up quickly. Angel has been quiet on the court lately, but Clark has been setting preseason records while getting fouled every other possession. And let's not forget about the elephant in the room. The transformation is even conceivable because of Caitlin Clark. Since what she's doing isn't normal, it's array-defining, and the sooner the WNBA accepts it, the faster they all eat. Let's delve deeper into this entire CBA discussion because there's more at stake than just Clark's $1 million paycheck. She is the spark, the leverage, and the reason ESPN gives a damn again. So yes, give her the $1 million and give her two. This CBA deal is more than simply a victory for Clark. For the first time, the entire NBA is at a turning point. It's not just about getting through another season. It's about thriving, about respect, about finally being taken seriously. You know how crazy it is that players were still traveling commercial flights, getting delayed, and showing up to games exhausted, while NBA teams were landing on private jets rested and prepared, and some people had the gall to say, well, they don't earn enough. Yes, because the league failed to properly market them, Clark changed the course of events so that now fans are traveling far and wide to attend one of her games, and TV executives are worried that she won't be featured in prime time. She is already doing for the WNBA what Tiger Woods did for golf, enticing casual fans into a niche sport and giving it new significance. Let's not act as though this was all an accident. The league is noticing a change. Before her, there was no rush, no public pressure, and no real bargaining power. Now, the league knows it's standing on a gold mine, and if they mess it up, that gold mine might walk away. And don't think Clark doesn't know her worth. She's not just here to be a nice rookie and wait her turn. She's already earning millions off endorsements. The CBA talks are a direct response to her presence. This CBA must deliver not only for her, but also for every woman who follows her. The strategy is straightforward. She is still risking her life for $78K at Nike Gatorade State Farm, which is robbery with a logo on it. Increase the salary cap. Maximum contracts, to be honest. There is no reason why a #1 draft pick should be paid the same as a third stringer simply because they are new. The NBA doesn't operate that way, and the WNBA can't afford to continue doing it either. Therefore, close the pay gap that has kept this league on life support and ensure that rookie contracts truly reflect star power. Another crucial aspect of revenue sharing is that, at the moment, WNBA players receive a much smaller portion of league revenue than their NBA counterparts. This is unacceptable, especially when players like Clark are putting butts in seats and eyes on screens. A proper CBA would address this and give players a legitimate share of the money they're contributing to. After all, without the players, there would be no product, and it's not just about Caitlin anymore. Imagine, for example, that Juju Watkins arrives the following season and lights up the league, or that another college star is drafted and becomes a social media sensation. Clark may be the first player to reach the $1 million mark, but she won't be the last, and that's exactly how it should be. However, the part that people keep missing is that this will have an impact on every level of the WNBA ecosystem. The league needs a system in place that rewards players immediately rather than 4 years later when their rookie contract expires. More money means more talent stays at home, which reduces the desire to travel abroad during the off-season. Longer careers imply more rest, better training, and greater on-court performances, which translate into more viewers and more revenue. The league is the first to pull the gun on this new era, saying, "Yes, you're worth it." It's a win-win-win spiral. However, there is still some tension behind the scenes. Veteran players who have been working hard in this league for 10 years without earning more than 6 figures are watching a rookie enter and surpass the pay cap, which can cause jealousy and split locker rooms. If management doesn't handle it properly, that's not Clark's fault. Rather, it's the league's fault for dragging its feet for years. If Clark is the one forcing the conversation, let her cash the check and send the elevator back down because, let's face it, this deal wouldn't even be on the table right now without her. Furthermore, it's not like Clark isn't working hard. This is a baller who plays through contact and scores 14 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds in 21 minutes while recovering from a leg injury. Double teams commit cheap fouls and continue to drop dimes as if it were easy labor. If you want to discuss value, let's do it. Clark is worth 10 times what she is currently paid, and most likely 5 times what this new CBA would even give her. Therefore, if she becomes the first millionaire in league history, it is not a handout. Rather, it is back pay. Let's also dispel the myth that she is displacing other players. Rather, she is bringing them into the spotlight alongside her, increasing the pie so that everyone benefits. That is what true stars do, and the fans are consuming it. She is attracting new viewers, new demographics, and worldwide admirers with her fervent fan base. The NBA's social media has never looked this good before, and her presence alone is propelling the brand beyond anyone's expectations. 5 years ago, you would have thought that the CBA would be having a $1 million conversation without her. Even the NBA is taking notice, and now that Adam Silver is watching, sponsors are lining up and broadcasters want more airtime. All of that pressure feeds back into the league, and the WNBA must change or risk appearing to be stifling its own growth. For this reason, the CBA isn't just about money. It's also about narrative and identity, demonstrating that the league knows it has a superstar and isn't afraid to treat her like one. Yes, it's historic that Caitlin Clark became the first WNBA player to earn $1 million, but it's also long overdue. It's justice in a sport that has undervalued its best players for far too long, and it's a blueprint for the future. Caitlin Clark isn't just altering the scoreboard, she's altering the system, and now the WNBA will either stay the same or fall behind. She's going to break more than just records. She's going to rewrite what it means to be a WNBA greatness. Her impact is measured in money, not hype. Leave a comment below, hit the like button if you think she deserves every penny, and remember to subscribe. This league is evolving quickly, and Caitlin Clark is the reason we should ride together.